back to episode 2 of the Chevrolet C10 video. As I sort of last saw you, we talked about sort of the various rust repairs that needed doing on the sort of right hand side of the cab. I've replaced sort of areas of the floor, added in a flange. There was some dodgy repairs before that didn't have a flange in there, so the bottom of this panel was pretty much just floating in there. We've ordered some bits, so they'll be coming soon. I've done some rust treatment and then primered the inside of here. This has got like a pocket panel that goes over the top. There's a new guttering piece in there. I've just brushed on primer just because we're doing it outside of the booth. But you can sort of see I've copied from factory like how they spot welded the panel together. So it's all looking as it should. So we've got the buck here. It was rebuilt by sort of the previous people working on the vehicle. So we've just been sort of going around cleaning off welds that need taken away, ready for paint. I've fabricated these steps at an earlier point, or the frame for the steps, so I've been welding those on. These house the exhaust hangers for the custom exhausts that are made as well. We've just done things like sort of capping the ends of the side rails just to sort of make it look a bit cleaner, finish it off. There's no real right or wrong thing to do here because you're not trapping any moisture in or dirt or anything just from capping the ends. So yeah, it's whatever I think's best and what I think will look good in the end. So now we're on the driver's side of the cab. It's pretty much the same repairs. We've got this bit up the top where the cowl is, the lower floor area. This side bit's all right. A lot of this rust here is mainly surface. I've got to repair up the top end of it, but most of this is going to be stripped back, rust treated, and then primed, ready for the new outer panels.
So I've just got those panels from Chris. We've done the filler work on it, sanded it down, checked it's all nice and flat and ready for our first coats of epoxy. I've just put the first coat on that stuff in there. I've already done lots and lots of panels that are already all done in 3 coats of like thick epoxy. We use this stuff here, LS107, which is, I haven't used many different epoxies to be fair, but the ones I have used, I like this a lot. You can go quite wet with it and it doesn't kind of go spongy like a lot of the others do. It's good stuff. It actually seals as well. It is a sealant. Not all epoxies are made equally, but this one is a sealant, so it will hold everything in and it won't let the metal rust or ruin over time underneath it. So yeah, we are putting everything in epoxy, and then maybe afterwards we might do a little more work on it, ensure everything is flat, but ideally we'll just sand it down with 180 or 320 grit and get it ready for the primer and then eventually paint. But yeah, so a few more coats to go on this stuff and we'll be done. All right, so this is now back on the trailer. As you know, it was in the workshop, but we actually had to do a little bit more with it. I braced up the doors and the inside of here because we're going to do some work on the roof, or Chris is going to do some work on the roof, replace it. So I cut off the roof earlier this week and we found quite a lot of rust underneath and stuff, so we thought it'd be better just to get that re-blasted. Hence it's back on the trailer.
So now the car's in the workshop, we've sort of turned it over just so you can see. The C10 has like an inner skin to the roof, which is good and it does hold the structure, but we just thought, you know, we'd play it safe. As Tom said, he put in a bit of a frame on the inside just so the A-pillars don't move. There's no risks there. Now we've got it blasted, we can see there is some pitting that, you know, there are only little bits that need doing, and then there's some bits along around the sort of windscreen frame that all need replacing. But all in all, I think, you know, this was the best move, proper job. I mean, there's always going to be little bits that, you know, the blaster can't get to between double skins like this, but, you know, we're sort of doing the best that we can without stripping the whole thing completely to pieces. So the next move is we have to finish off getting the seam where the old roof was. We've got a new pattern part roof to go on top, so that will go on, and fairly sort of easy job really. Come around with the spot welder all the way around, just like it was from the factory, and yeah, you would know no different, and all the sort of, you know, these rusty bits will be sorted and there'll be no problems down the line. So yeah, next time you'll see me, the roof will be on. These sort of like inner wing pockets will be on. They're just currently getting painted on the inside, and then they'll go on. It's pretty straightforward. Currently working on the buck as well. Just doing the last little bits, making those steps fit to the framework that I made. You know, they're all going to be bolted up nice. And we've added a couple of extra mounting points just to make sure that those lines are perfect, you know, because, you know, we're not just trying to restore it as such, we're trying to make, you know, take it to that next level. And they're like the finer details that not everyone's going to notice or appreciate, but it'll, you know, it'll look great in the end. And yeah, we're nearly at paint.